Well, we are ready to go with our next segment here today. I just love the poetry segment. We're going to keep it in the arts vein and talk about some theater. And this part of our show is brought to you by Albuquerque Theater Guild. And the Theater Guild is supporting live theater in Albuquerque. abqtheater.org to see what's in the theater near you today. And there's a lot of great theater always going on in our community. Lee Pitts is with us today. Lee is with Vortex Theatre. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you here.
It's Lee Kitts, actually.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I've had a lot going on today.
I know.
It's been a busy morning.
I know.
Lee is involved in a production called By the Sea, by the Sea, by the Beautiful Sea. A new show coming to the Vortex, and
Yes.
we want to know all about it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a project called the New Generation Project, which is a mentorship for new directors. And the Vortex is wonderful that way because they do so many things to include the community, like, mentoring, not really mentoring, but fostering playwrights and children's programs. And this New Directors Program is in its second year. And this year we had 3 directors, and I was chosen as the mentor. So I really didn't direct it, but I sort of sat in on rehearsals and answered questions that the directors had and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh. And the 3 directors were chosen. I got to choose them this year, which was fabulous. And I'm an acting teacher in town, and they've been students that were with me for many years, and people with whom I talked about directing before, briefly. Mm-hmm. What would you? They were actors. They are actors. And so it was, how would you like to direct someday? I mean, we bounced that around. So when this project came up, they were the first 3 that I asked. Paul Hunton, Jen Lowley, and Isaac Christie. And they're all under 30. That's part of the criteria. Oh. They're all under 30, yeah.
That's very cool. So the show, By the Sea, by the Sea, by the Beautiful Sea. Now, is this an original or...
It's a show. It opened in New York. I think it's Circle Rep. I'm not sure exactly right now. In 1995. So okay. It's been done before, and there are 3 one-act plays, all different, all written by different playwrights that always are performed together. And the interesting thing for an audience is that there are 3 actors that are in all 3 plays. So they play 3 roles. Each actor plays 3 roles. Yes, 2 women,
that's tough.
1 man. Yes, yes.
Wow.
And this year, of course, it was a challenge for the actors because they had 3 directors.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like, who do I listen to?
Who do I listen to? Well, not 3 directors. Each person had 1 play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be awful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just to have 3 people telling you what to do at once.
What does it take? What's the inner qualities it takes to be a good director in a theater setting?
Gosh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think a good director asks questions in rehearsal rather than dictating and sort of making pawns of the actors. And as an acting teacher, I try to teach actors how to not be pawns, how to come in ready, with something fresh every day, every rehearsal day, and so that they're part of the collaborative process. So I think it's always wonderful for a director to have had some acting experience, and if not, maybe take a class or 2 to just sort of get what it takes to be an actor. But asking the questions: what do you want in this scene? Why? Yeah. What happened to you earlier? Why are you? What do you want him to do?
Yeah.
What do you? What are you hoping for right now? To name just a few things, but it's a total exploration and looking at it that way, not coming in with a full agenda.
Yeah.
And just sort of saying, wait, you move over there.
Do this.
Yeah, and do it this
stand
way.
There. Yeah.
Yeah. That does not make a good director.
Yeah, and even getting up and doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to sort of, but I avoid that at all costs, just because you want it to come from the actor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So give us a little bit of a synopsis about the play.
The first play, and the thing is that they all take place on the beach, and the first play is dawn, at dawn.
Oh.
So it starts in the dark, and then the sun comes up. Wonderful lighting by Brian McNamara. The second play is day, so it's full day, and then the third one is dusk. So the first play is about a family who have come at dawn to spread their mother's ashes, and it's a husband and wife and his sister, and so it's family, sibling rivalry. It's about love, and it's very poignant, very beautiful. The middle play, day, it's sort of like the Three Bears, isn't it? The mama play. I never thought of that before. The middle play, day, is hilarious. The characters so there's a lot of comedy in these plays, even though it's about love and longing and loneliness. It's about a handyman who's sort of a landscaper who's working nearby, and he comes down to the beach for a respite, and he has a flirtation with a young woman who's a writer, and then his girlfriend comes in and intercepts them, and she's kind of a wacky nut job and funny. And so it's all about what happens between the three of them. The third play, Dusk, is three strangers who meet on the beach at dusk. Two women and a man, and it's very beautifully portrayed by the actors. It kind of unfolds. I don't want to tell you too much about it.
I love
sounds
it.
really
It really
good.
sounds like a great theater experience.
It really is. It really is beautiful. The actors did a wonderful job.
And this is at the Vortex
This
Theatre?
is the Vortex, yes.
Okay, so how do we get tickets or?
Oh gosh, do I have the phone number in my head? I think I do.
Vortex ABQ is the website, right?
Website's the best.
Yes, it is,
and
I
it's
think it's 247-8600 for tickets or if you have any questions.
Okay.
But, yeah,
By the sea, by the sea,
Sounds
by
like
the
a great
beautiful
show.
sea.
it is a great show.
Lee Kitts, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
being
for
here.
having me.
A pleasure.
Great
I
fun.
want to thank the Albuquerque Theater Guild for bringing us this segment. For everything going on theater-wise in Albuquerque, just go to abqtheater.org, and that's the Albuquerque Theater Guild. Hey, we have a final cup on the Morning Brew for you next. Aaron and I will be back in a moment.